Well, this is the second quarterfinal match again. Team Philippines against Team Thailand once again. So it's just different composition of the players as we see Choco Mucho against, you said it's Supreme.
Choco Mucho is coming off a loss. They have not won a set in this tournament. Meantime, Supreme is also coming off a loss. This is a 3-set defeat versus Altay of Kazakhstan.
Yeah, that was actually surprising, at least to us, when you're reading that that was a straight set loss.
Yep.
And we're talking about legends like Bloomjit was there and played. But I think, yeah, the Alts are really, really a tough team to beat.
Yeah, Altay undefeated in Pool B at 3-0. Meanwhile, that's the standings as you take a look at Plumjit Tingkao. Pool A, Nakhon Ratchasima is 3-0. Zetisu is 1-1. Choco Mucho is 0-2. Meanwhile, Pool B, Altay is 3-0. Supreme Chonburi, which will be seeing action against Choco Mucho here today, is 2-1. Saipa Teheran is 1-2, and then Ribisco is 0-4 after dropping their final game earlier today against Nakhon Ratchasima.
Well, obviously, Team Choco Mucho hoping for a different outcome. But again, we always say, let's look to win a set first here. You know, just challenge, start out strong, look to win a set. And we always say, when you win a set, anything can happen.
That's right. Starting 6 for Team Choco Mucho, Maylin Paati in the starting lineup. Other than her, it's been practically, it's the same as the last starting lineup of Coach Oji Mamon. And surprisingly, a part of his staff is Coach George Pascua, formerly of FEU, now sporting a different hairdo.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him also the first time I covered, but yeah. Yeah, it fits him though.
Yeah. Although it does make me feel a lot older now. As you take a look at the starting 6 out being called out for Supreme Chonburi, and it's practically the same starting 5. Wipawi Sritong is going to be in the lineup. Team captain Plumjit Tingkao is there. Sutata Chuwalim is there. Waranya Sri Lawung is in the lineup, along with Wacharia Nuanjam and Waraporn Pumjaroen. There is their head coach, Natafon Sri Samut Nak.
Well, because it's also a short tournament, you expect Team Supreme to actually want to finish this as much as possible, especially coming off a loss in yesterday's match and a straight set one at that.
No player from Supreme Chonburi scored in double digits in that loss. Top scorer was Waranya Srilaong with 8 points on 32% field goal percentage. There's Dina Wong,
who actually got the starting setting job chores because their first game it was Iris Tolenada who started off.
Dina Wong didn't score in their last game, but she started in all 3 sets. Meanwhile, this is Soraya Fumla. She is a 6-time best setter in Thailand. She won every year except 2015 from 2012. So she's that good.
Yeah.
Exciting to see what she'll contribute here today. Del Palomata attacks. Brumjit from the back row. A great dig by Makandili.
Free ball.
Another block by Team Choco Mucho. Great exchange. A long rally to start set number 1.
Yeah, good start actually for Team Ribisco.
Great coverage by both teams. And Philippines comes out on top with the first point in set number 1.
Pretty impressive first point there for Team Ribisco. You like the way they're moving right now, communicating, you know, defending well, and Kalemao gets that point.
And you like how they're trying to get Mao involved and hot early. They want her to be a major part of the offense.
Definitely. You know, we mentioned it a couple of times that she came from her stint in, I think, Peru, if I'm not mistaken. But she came off an international tournament as well. So she is very experienced. So you're right, you want her to, get involved early on and get her game going.
Came from Puerto Rico.
Oh, sorry, Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Changos de Naranjito. That's the team she played for in Puerto Rico. Del Palomata. Great coverage from Jit attacking.
Good coverage.
I love the exchange of these two teams. And there's Smiley and Paat connecting.
Yeah, they call it a touch there.
Choco Mucho on top by 1. What a start.
Challenge.
There's a challenge though, a block touch.
Early challenge.
Very energetic start for Choco Mucho here. And first referee signals, we'll take a look at the big screen.
Okay, the challenge is block touch. You can see right there.
There's what Sharia Nwanjam scored 5 points for Supreme Chonburi. Mylene Pat on the other side, 7 points in that loss against Zeti Su by Choco Mucho. No block touch.
Good challenge. Challenge successful for Team Supreme Chonburi.
So the point will be overturned. Sharp eye by the coaching staff. So Supreme Chonburi with a 1-point lead now.
So you know how serious this Team Supreme Chonburi is. They don't want those.
Yeah, no chances.
Yeah, not taking any chances.
And they get a block against Mylene Paat. So back-to-back points for Supreme Chonburi, and they lead by 2.
Good effort by Mylene Pat, but read well. And we always say you have to expect the blocking of your opponents to be there. So your block coverage. Every match we're saying that because it is key, it is crucial for our block coverage to work.
Back row attack. That was blocked. Paat with a tip. Beautiful soft touch by Mylene Paat.
Yeah, we got to give credit first to Dina Wong for we were talking about block coverage, and that was that. She was there, and Paat applauds her and gets this point for Team Choco Mucho.
Choco Mucho moving pretty well on the floor.
Yeah, good start.
Mao picking it up. And another point. Back-to-back points for Team Choco Mucho, and they tie here in the first set.
And you appreciate the aura of this Team Choco Mucho right now. They're playing better, so much better than the first 2 games, and that's what you want to see if you're Coach Jorge and Coach Oji Maman and Coach George. Is, the learning, the improvement, the drastic improvement from game to game.
Great placement there by Wipawi Srito, a 22-year-old outside hitter.
Yeah, but what a great set by Soraya. Just one blocker there to challenge her, and she finds that angle. Good pass,
Good receive, definitely. Ria Meneses with that dump attempt. Makandili again picking it up. Back row from Mao.
Oh,
Good coverage by Mao here so far. That tip a little too high. Easy pickup for Supreme. Cross-court attempt.
Still
Kept
alive.
Paat. Underhand set.
Oh.
Excellent defense. A tandem of Chamzon and Meneses paying off at the net for Team Choco Mucho. That's a block of the set for sure.
Good read there by Tiamzon. And look at, that slow-mo showed really the technique of Tin Tiamzon as she put or directed the ball to the floor.
Tiamzon coming off an 8-point performance. That's an ace from Mylene Pat as Choco Mucho with a 1-point lead here. 5-4, set number 1.
And they're keeping in step with this strong team of Supreme Chonburi.
Caught flat-footed and playing just a tad slower, it seems, than Choco Mucho is Supreme Chonburi.
Well, could be, no, that from the loss yesterday.
Yeah.
You're saying, yeah.
You're still smarting from the loss, maybe.
Oh, could be.
Tiamzon with the cross court picked up. Here's an attack. Wong setting it up for Tiamzon, who gets a taste of her own medicine right there and gets her attack blocked.
Yeah, it was Plumjit, Tincao. Yeah.
We all know Plumjit, one of the best middle blockers, even at age 37. Still after it.
Well, she's not playing like she's 37.
Not at all. A free ball here for Supreme Chonburi. Combination play. And what a finish for Wipawi Sritong.
That is the strength of this Supreme Chonburi team,
Yeah.
that combination play using Plumjit as the decoy.
Supreme Chonburi takes over the lead. 6 serving 5. A poor first ball. Makandili saving it. Tina Wong unable to get it across the net safely. Point goes to Supreme Chonburi.
Great effort though by Don Makandili.
Yeah. Oh, service ace for Waranya Srilaong. That takes us to our first technical timeout. Supreme Chonburi up by 3, 8-5 versus Choco Mucho here in set number 1. Plumjit Tincao on your screens. Played in Chinese League, D2, Azerbaijan Super League, and won Best Middle Blocker in the Asian Club Championships 3 times, in the Asian Championships once, and 4 times in the Thailand League. That's how decorated this player is.
And if I remember correctly, I think 10 SEA Games appearance and 10 gold medals.
Wow. It's an amazing talent, Plumjit Tincao. And Supreme Chonburi continues to score here. There's Wipawi Sritong. She's been doing a lot of the damage for Supreme Chonburi here in set number 1.
And she's hitting on point, just finding that hole going down the line.
Waranya Srilaong still serving. Meneses is blocked. Wong goes to the other side. Mylene Paat, that's picked up. And it seems to be going outside in favor of Choco Mucho.
They like a challenge there. Mylene Paat just hitting it and getting the point for Team Choco Mucho. Trying to close or narrow the gap
Yeah.
with Supreme.
Well, that's, as you see an ace from Tin Tiamzon, that's, you know, has to be key strategy of whether you're Team Rubisco or your Team Choco Mucho is to just keep within step.
Yeah.
Narrow the gap, because we talked about this. Supreme Chonburi has been a club team for so long. They've been together for so long. So has Nakhon Ratchasima. So, and we all know that Choco Mucho, Rubisco, they've been newly formed.
Yep.
So it's obviously different. The gelling, the chemistry, not there yet. So if they can keep within striking distance, they've got a shot as Mao short on the tip.
Yeah. That's what you want to see, you know, the challenge.
Yeah.
No point. They fight for every point. Even if they know that this is a strong team they're going up against, the most important thing is to, you know, not give free points,
Yeah.
to challenge every point.
There's Wipawi Srithong serving. He's 22 years old. Poor first ball. Makandili will set it up. Free ball for Supreme Chonburi. And Kumjit Tinkao with a powerful finish.
Obviously taking advantage of the miscue and the free ball given by Team Choco Mucho.
Take another look here. Just too good, too quick. And definitely not too old to still be playing at such a high level. Timeout here by Coach Oji Mamon. But if you're comparing starts, Team Choco Mucho, much better start here compared to the start of Team Rubisco earlier against Nakhon Ratchasima.
Yeah. And again, you know, we always say that obviously from the first competition they're getting better.
Yeah.
You know, they're finding a little bit of chemistry here and there, getting, you know, starting a different six, thinking that this is a better six. So it's really the game plan of the coaching staff, and you have to be happy with the way they're playing right now in the first set.
Only down by 4. 11 serving 7. Wong setting up Mao. Blocked, but it goes outside. Point for Team Choco Mucho. Yeah, gotta get involved. Gotta get Mao involved often, especially here in the first set. She had 11, the only player in double digits for Choco Mucho in that loss versus Zeti Su of Kazakhstan.
And you know that she's not intimidated by these players
course.
because she has got experiences.
Yes.
Puerto Rico, I mean,
Yeah, South American countries. We all know
Yeah.
how good these ladies are. Great combination play there. There's a net violation going to be called against Team Choco Mucho. And that's been one of the weaknesses of these errors, especially Jimenez. We noticed that in the PBL. She's prone to that because obviously she's very aggressive in terms of blocking.
yeah. And it was clear in that slow-mo that Palomata actually clipped the net.
Mao. Tinkao with the up. There's a push. Almost a great save. Not good enough. As the point will go to Supreme Chonburi.
But the thing is, there's no challenge for the pancake dig. So if the referees call it, that's pretty much it.
Ooh, that seemed rather close. Could have been a save.
But good effort, though. I mean,
course.
Mylene Paat is also considered a tall player
Yeah.
in Philippine volleyball. For her to go for that.
She's 5'9".
Yeah.
So yeah.
Really? Just 5'9"?
Well, that's what she's listed for. There's a point from Sutata Chulim, who had 2 points in that 3-set loss by Supreme Chonburi against Alte.
Yeah, and they're slowly pulling away here, talking about Team Supreme Chonburi.
Good save at the net. Back row from Srithong.
Oh, good
What a
save.
save by Makandili. Paat. Good first ball. Back row attack there from Bloomjit.
Classic Bloom Jip for
Yeah.
you from the back, just reading the defense. Don Makandili. I like the reaction. Look at that. Just frustrated. Just, a second earlier, a
Yep.
movement earlier, she could have gotten to that.
7-point advantage for Supreme Chonburi. 15, serving 8. Palomata is blocked. Makandili underhand set for Mao with the tip. Good coverage behind the blockers. Makandili there again to save the day. Back row attack from Paat. That's outside. Team Choco Mucho saying there could have been a touch. I don't know if there will be a challenge.
Yeah.
Yes. Assistant coach George Pascua raising the card.
And they were confident when they asked for that challenge, so we shall see.
Although if most coaches listen to players saying there's a check ball, ubusin ka ng
Challenge.
challenges.
No, you're correct. Here's one. Challenge unsuccessful.
How often have we seen that in the UAAP, in the PBL, players at the net saying, touch, touch. 16-8, Supreme Chonburi over Choco Mucho, set number 1. Supreme Chonburi doubling the output of Choco Mucho here in set number 1, 16-8. Dina Wong matching up against Fomla or Soraya Fomla.
Who, for those who just joined us, who actually played as an import in one of our V-Leagues.
V-Leagues.
Yeah.
Service error, a rare one for Plumjit Tincao.
Well, she is human.
I think a lot of the fans will disagree. Meantime, Dina Wong.
Oh, good serve.
A block against Sutarta.
Yeah, great timing there. Yeah, Pat. Reading that. And, it really surprised this Team Supreme because normally their coverage is on point, but everyone was just watching that.
Back row attack for Wipawi's Ritong. Mao. Makandili, great coverage. Gonna be a free ball for Supreme Chonburi. 1-2 play is good.
Just a smart action there by Soraya.
And she's, we mentioned, not the best setter in the Thailand League for 6 times.
6 times only.
And it's in consecutive years except for 2015. So like from 2012 to 2014 and then from 16 to 18. That's just, that's on the line from Soraya Fomla.
And I think we're going to see another challenge here.
It did seem just a little long,
yeah.
but let's see if it clipped the line. So another challenge from Team Choco Mucho.
Yeah, from our vantage point, it actually looked
A little bit long, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for. Oh, yes, it is. So this, not just a little bit, that's by at least 4 inches. A huge miss there by a lines judge. That was clearly out.
Good challenge.
And Makandili on your screens, one of the best liberos in Philippine volleyball. (11) serving 17, set number 1.
Good serve.
Pomla setting it up. That is, was it outside? Yes, outside again. So back-to-back errors for Supreme Chonburi.
Another
Oh,
challenge.
but there's a challenge from the coaching staff of Supreme.
We're getting the coaching staff, Kalemao, enjoying herself. But the coaching staff getting really busy with all these challenges.
It's a close game, and especially coming off a loss against Alte, a 3-set loss, they can't afford a slip here.
Yeah.
Because the winner here gets to face Nakhon Ratchasima
Yep.
in the semifinals on Wednesday.
So if you're Team Supreme, Chonburi, and you're looking to the semis, you really want to finish this quick to get your girls a chance to rest as well.
Replay taking a while. There it is. That's, ooh, that's so close.
Oh,
Judged in. Great challenge by coaching staff of Supreme Chonburi. Took a while, but they got what they wanted.
so we like to say that those are the challenges you want to see, the ones that are really, really
Yeah,
close. Not the
That's-
earlier
exactly.
one.
That's worthy of a challenge. So both coaching staffs correct with their last challenges. It's now a 7-point lead for Supreme Chonburi. Paat is blocked. There is coverage, but net violation, it seems, against CHOCO MUCHO.
No.
Oh, 4 touches, actually.
It did not cross. You can see her arm is too low for that. Yeah.
(19) serving 11 now. Poor first ball. Chamzon trying to make up for it. That is going to be outside. Was there a check ball? No, not this time.
That's a lucky break for us because the blockers were slow to react. Look at that.
Yeah, it was practically an open net.
And we won't get that all the time.
So Del Palomata out of the Air Force. Good serve,
Yeah.
but better received. And Wipawi Sritong with another point.
We doing what she does best.
Yeah. You know who I don't see a lot playing for Supreme Chonburi, although she is in the lineup? Wilavan Apiñapong, who's a very popular name from Thai national team. Hasn't really seen a lot of action for Supreme Chonburi.
One of the veterans, if I'm not mistaken.
She's 37, as old as Plumjit Tinkao.
Yeah.
So that's why she's not obviously getting as many minutes as before. Speaking of Plumjit, there you go.
Speaking of Plunjit, on cue.
Just perfect timing.
Yeah.
And shouldn't that be one of the things that you lose timing as you get older? But Plumjit seems to be as good as she was during her, her peak. A great block there at the net.
On cue again.
Right. And timeout is called here by Coach Oji Mamon. Where are the things here, Noreen, that, has to improve? Because we did start out pretty well here in the first set.
Yeah, well, again, our first ball is struggling. The first set, at the start of this set, it was, pretty average. But we saw a lot of misreceive, so you're not able to go much to your center. We haven't seen Meneses or Palamata get too much touches. So that's one thing we have to focus on right now. And, you know, yeah, we're down by 10. But we can come back to mount a rally. And your blockers as well. No, we saw a lot of slow-mos. Our blockers are slow to challenge the spikers of Supreme Chonburi. So these are the two things that we have to clamp down on.
Paat. Let's see if these adjustments can be made in time. There's an error on the part of Waranya Sri Laong. Let's see if that helps. Gives us a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
9-point game. Phillips seeing action for the first time.
You want a full front row. Tolenada and Phillips in.
Phillips scoring 3 points in that loss versus Zetisu. What a combination play.
Oh, good effort though by Tolenada.
The defense of CHOCO MUCHO went with Bloomjit. And you saw how open that net was.
Yeah. But you know here, Team Supreme Chonburi, how they erected this 10-point lead is their offense. They're playing faster, going to combination play, running plays, and you know they're just it's like they stepped on the gas in terms of their offense.
They didn't start out pretty well, but yeah, just like what you're saying, Noreen, they really tightened up their game, and now are at set point with that tip by Wipawi Sritong. There's Tin Tiamzon on your screens. Over receive and an easy put away for Plumjit Tincao as Supreme Chonburi with a quick finish down the stretch.
So you can actually see that consistency is at question right now, because when we talk about the starts, it was a pretty strong start for Team CHOCO MUCHO, but it's how, you know, you're able to maintain it throughout the set.
They even led several times early in set number 1. It did seem like they were really gonna tighten their hold on the first set and how they, you know, close out strong, but it was not the case as Supreme. There were some errors in the game of Supreme Chonburi, but they quickly fixed all that and erected a double-digit advantage in the middle of the set.
Well, again, you know, the importance of this game for Team Supreme Chonburi, which we have to recognize, is they're looking to get to the semis again, no, by winning this match. And they want to do it quick because, you know, after a 3-set loss yesterday, I'm sure in training, they had punishments normally and so on and so forth. So they want to make quick work with Team CHOCO MUCHO to focus on the semifinals. Well, commanding 16-5 in terms of attacks, but the positive thing is aces. We took aces, 2-1, blocks pretty much even. Opponents' airs pretty decent at 4 and 5 apiece, but it's the attacks. We said they stepped on the gas.
Well, set number 2 on the other side of this break. Inside Terminal 21 at Nakhon Ratchasima, just 260 kilometers northeast of Bangkok, where Bangkok Team Supreme Chonburi taking on Philippine team CHOCO MUCHO. And right now, Filipinas find themselves down 1-0 after losing the first set 25-13.
Well, yeah. Well, when we tackled the numbers before the end of the at the end of the first set, we talked about first the blocking not working, allowing 16 attack points. And obviously we had like 4 or 5 attack points on our first ball. So those still, when we talk about things to focus on, those still are the two main aspects of the game that Team CHOCO MUCHO should work on.
Well, right now their offense looking good. Noreen with Mylene Paat attacking. She's been getting a lot of touches since set number 1.
Yeah, we always say Mylene Paat, her game is a lot better in international play. So yeah, they're always giving her the opportunity to show her wares.
And Iris Tolinada looking pretty slim coming into this tournament.
Right?
Mao with the tip. A little confusion there. In the lineup of Supreme Chonburi, as who was going to get the second ball. Mao into the net. That's going to be a point for Supreme Chonburi. 1-1, set number 2.
Case of over-eager there. She wanted so much to get that point that she buries that into the net.
Soraya Fomla with the serve. Tolenada setting up
Oh!
Paat on the other side, and totally unexpected by Supreme Chonburi as they let that one go.
Oh, that's an exclamation point for Mylene Paat. Now that should really boost her confidence. Look at that. Just one blocker.
And it's that lefty attack from Mylene Paat that's really got the blockers a little confused.
Yeah.
Good save by Tolenada. A tip there, Makandili picking it up. Tolenada will set it for Paat on the other side this time. Paat really getting a huge slice of the touches for Team CHOCO MUCHO.
And that's why Iris Tolenada is going to her. She can sense that Paat has got a hot hand. So back-to-back great sets by Iris Tolenada.
And great decision making as well by Iris Tolenada. She saw most of the blockers were in front of her. So might as well go behind one blocker against Mylene Paat.
Yep, smart setting there.
That's outside. As check this out, Team CHOCO MUCHO leading by 3-4-1 against Supreme in set number 2.
And that started with the Mylene Paat Tolenada connection.
Yep.
So right now, an error by Team Supreme.
That was Waranya Srilaong. Her attack going wide. Mao with a good serve.
Oh!
Another block. Oh, but that goes outside. So a point for Supreme Chonburi.
Good effort though by Team CHOCO MUCHO. They read well. Phillips was there, but just great angle there.
That was Waranya Srilaong making up for the point she lost earlier. Makantili diving for the ball again. Mylene Paat,
Oh!
yes! She is a problem that Supreme Chonburi cannot solve right now.
He has the hot hand. And that was against Bloom Jit
That's
Ting
true.
Kao. So for the fans, you're hoping that Mylene Paat is still in front. Will get more points.
Lunjit with a point.
Look at this. If they want instant offense, they actually go to Bloom Jit.
Of course. Very high percentage. Lunjit 36% from the field in their loss to Alte. A good break for Team CHOCO MUCHO as Waranya Srilaong with a service error. So 6-3 CHOCO MUCHO over Supreme Chonburi.
Well, one player you also want to see get some action, really get some hits is MJ Phillips.
Actually, he hasn't really had touches as Mylene Paan. She can do no wrong so far here in set number 2.
She woke up in the right side of the bed.
Caught everybody from Supreme Chonburi napping. What a start here for Team Choco Mucho. Biggest lead at 4. Combination play. That's effective. As Wipawi Sritong scores again.
Yeah, the blockers were there, but yeah, just angled it enough. But yeah, it was actually an iffy block by MJ Phillips, as we saw in that slow-mo.
Sritong with the serve. 1-2 play for Iris Tolenada. Runjit. There is a net violation against Team Choco Mucho.
Yeah, we've got to check that. I mean, floor defense was there, so wasted opportunity with that net violation.
A 4-point lead of Team Choco Mucho down to 2. 5 serving 7. Intense look on the face of Iris Tolenada. Wipawi Sritong serving. Poor first ball.
Yeah.
Just the poor play there for Team Choco Mucho. Almost got punished by Plumjit Tincao. Joust at the net, won by Tolenada. Palomata tipping it. Free ball for Team Choco Mucho. Tolenada goes back row. Mao. Yes.
Good point for Team Choco Mucho.
And they take us to our first technical timeout. Team Choco Mucho 8. And Supreme Chonburi with 5. 3-point advantage for Team Choco Mucho against Supreme Chonburi here in set number 2. This is the 2021 Asian Women's Club Championship. Eric Tipan alongside Noreen Go. And this is our second game today after Rebisco losing to Nakhon Ratchasima earlier today in 3 straight sets. Choco Mucho up by 3 here in set number 2 versus another Thai team, Supreme Chonburi. And I think Willavana Piñapong is in the lineup right now for Supreme Chonburi. That attack goes outside for Plumjit Tincao. Don Macandili drying up part of the court with her knee pad.
Again, the new protocols here in this, while we're playing here in the pandemic, is no ball boys, no moppers.
No moppers.
Yeah.
9 serving 5, 4-point lead. Good serve,
Yeah.
but better receive. Plumjit Tincao. Wait a minute. There's a net violation? Was it a net violation they called?
Yeah, I think on Kalain Mao.
All right, so Supreme Chonburi with a point there, 6-point deficit.
But you like the adjustments made by Choco Mucho. They're getting a hand. They're challenging Plumjit with her running spikes. In the first set, she was having a field day.
Mao. Cross court, yes!
Oh, she really wound up for that.
Yep.
Look at this.
Right between 2 defenders from Supreme Chonburi. Kalei Mao. What an attack there. Back to a 4-point lead.
And what an addition really to the, Philippine volleyball program. You can get Kalei Mao and all her experience.
Kalei Mao, based in Hawaii, Phil-American. 25 years old, stands 6'1".
lot of experience
Yep.
with her.
Good serve,
Oh.
over received by Mao. Phillips, 1-2 play there. Tole, nada, just way too long.
She wanted to be aggressive. She saw that hole. There's just too much strength, too much power in that tip.
So 8 serving 10. Set number 2. Better reception from Mao. Meneses, yes.
As you said, better reception, which resulted in able to activate Ria Meneses.
And we've seen, even with the first game earlier from Ribisco, the middles, when they get involved in the offense, always positive for the teams.
Yeah.
That's an over receive. Almost an easy put away for Supreme Chonburi. Paat. She scores again. Miley Paat.
That's her name.
A timeout here by Supreme Chonburi. As the lead is back to 4 for Team Choco Mucho.
What a set
Yeah.
by Team CHOCO. We have to give it, you know, Tonanada's really feeding Mylene Paat right now.
Would you say that she should go exclusively to Mylene Paat with the way Paat is playing right now? She's got the golden hand.
Yeah. But no, I think she should play it smart as well. If you get a good pass, you can do combination. But of course, your first option right now will be
Paat.
Mylene Paat.
That, despite the fact that Mao is there, Phillips is there in the lineup for Choco Mucho.
Yeah.
Tolenada serving. Good serve.
Yeah.
There's a block. Down the line for Malika Cantong, who scored 3 points in the loss versus Alte.
Yeah, smart hit. The blockers are there. You,
Yeah.
you can see in that slow-mo, but she just went in that gap between Paat and the antenna and goes down the line.
Good exchange so far. We lost the feed momentarily. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Don Macandili with the receive there. Mao on a broken play, able to score.
Yeah. That's key because the lead was down to 2.
It's a setup combination play. And Malika Cantong with the point.
That's just such a great set by Soraya.
Yeah, it was slow, it was quick, it was right in front of her, and even against 3 defenders at the net.
And the most important, obviously, when you look at that slow-mo, is Meneses was in the middle,
Yeah.
and she was the one who jumped first. So the 2 others that came had a big hole in their middle.
Back-to-back points for Supreme Chonburi as they narrow the lead. And Choco Mucho only up by 1. Great effort by Plumjit on the attack by Meneses.
Well, she's not the former best blocker of
Yeah.
Asian tournaments for nothing.
A 1-point game here in set number 2.
Well, if you're Choco Mucho, you want to protect this lead. You worked hard to stay on top for quite a while here.
They got to get back to good receiving if they want to protect that. Unfortunately, Plumjit Pincao got involved in the offense right there. And there's a timeout called by Oji Mamon. The scores, the official scores haven't changed, but I think we're tied at 13
Yeah.
with that Tingkao attack.
There you go.
So after being down by as many as 4 points, Plumjit Tingkao and the rest of Supreme Chonburi have tied the game at 13 all. Now, what's the first course of action right now for Choco Mucho?
Well, Team Supreme Chonburi obviously going back to that strategy of quick attack. So I think that's what we need to check. No, that our blocking should work better again, as we said in that first set. That's what we need.
But Meneses head-to-head against Plumjit Tingkao, getting the upper hand and brings the lead back to Choco Mucho, 14-13, set number 2.
Again, what a great set. Just one blocker going up to challenge that.
There's a push. And that point goes to Maliga Cantong of Supreme Chonburi. We're tied at 14.
Again, if Supreme Chonburi goes to combination plays, their percentages are really high.
Chance to take the lead for Supreme Chonburi right here in set number 2.
Good pass.
Mylene Pat, and once again to the rescue. Mylene Pat gives the lead back to Choco Mucho, 15-14.
Oh, what a tough angle by Mylene Pat there. I mean, catching the entire Supreme Chonburi team by surprise.
And right now, when Choco Mucho needs a point, they go to Mylene Pat, and why not?
Yeah.
She has delivered 100% of the time in set number 2. But likewise, if you need a point for Supreme Chonburi, you go to Plumjit Tingkao, and she has delivered as well.
Tit for tat.
15 all.
Yeah. Well, the duo of Del Palomata and MJ Phillips, they have to communicate because they're the ones who's going to really guard Plumjit.
Sritong with the serve. Phillips. Back row attack for Maliga Cantong. Phillips again with a push this time. She hit the antenna. So Supreme Chonburi takes the lead and takes us to our second technical timeout. They are up by 1 here, 16-15. Take another look. A little too long the set for MJ Phillips. Supreme Chonburi with a 1-point lead against Choco Mucho in the second game of our Monday doubleheader. Mylene Paat has been the girl delivering the goods for Team Choco Mucho. On the other side, it's been veteran Plumjit Tingkao doing the damage for Supreme Chonburi.
Mylene Paat just playing at a different level in this set at least. And what about that? You know, we're talking about that. We're comparing, not really comparing, but we're mentioning a Plumjit Tingkao on the other side playing well. So, you know, for Team Choco Mucho, you have to take advantage of the fact that Mylene Paat, you said it, has the golden hand.
1-2 play there for Fomla. Great save by Tolenada this time. Mao from the back row puts everything on it. There's a check ball. Choco Mucho ties the game at 16.
Yeah, keeping in step here with Team Chonburi. Yeah.
There's a touch by Brunjit Tingkao. Fomla sets it up.
Oh!
Wipawi Sweetong is blocked, and Choco Mucho retakes the lead, 17-60.
That's Kalei Mao showing us that she has it in terms of blocking and defense as well.
Great effort at the net by the Filipinas. Phillips with the serve. Fomla sets it up. Great save by Macandini, and a tip results in a kill for Choco Mucho. Their lead is back up to 2.
What a smart tip there, really heads up play. She wanted to do that earlier, but it went up, but that was the right implementation.
Timeout here by Coach Sri Samutnak of Supreme Chonburi.
Well, Team Choco Mucho playing so well here in the second set. Really, you know, they're maintaining this lead. And we talked about consistency as a problem. So far here in the second set, that's what they have.
Yeah.
They're playing consistent. They're communicating, you know, so they're ahead. They're looking at getting their first set.
Their first balls may not be perfect, but they're more than making up for it defensively. Macandili has done a spectacular job covering the floor. And then talk about Palomata, Meneses, Mao, excellent job blocking at the net.
Yeah. It's a really total team effort.
There's Chualim with the point. Sutata Chualim.
What you need right now is you want one stop.
But again, you like the fact that the Filipinas were there. Tolenada and Palomata were at the net on the approach of Chualim. Still a 1-point lead for Choco Mucho. They get a break off a service error by Brunjit Tingkao. Lead is back to 2.
And now what you want, good serves, you challenge the floor defense.
Remember, both these teams are coming off a loss.
That's true.
Philippines, well, actually a loss to two Kazakhstan teams. Philippines or Choco Mucho lost to Zetis Su, and Supreme Chonburi losing to Alte.
Battle of attrition.
What a chase down there
Good save.
by a new entry on the floor. Jel Cayuna is in the floor for the first time for Choco Mucho. Chualim. That was picked up by Cayuna. Here comes Mao with a tip. Meneses almost a kill. Chualim. Almost a save by Cayuna. Chualim will get a point and keep it a close game late in set number 2.
What about the effort of Jel Cayuna?
Yeah.
You know, the last 3 ensuing rallies.
She's been saving it.
Yeah.
Sutata Chualim, back-to-back points for her.
Good pass.
Mao. Excellent defense at the net this time around by Supreme Chonburi.
Yeah. That was Malika.
Cantong.
Yeah. Good read there.
Game is tied at 19. Meneses is blocked. Tolenada goes to Mao.
Oh, still alive.
Tolenada with the first ball. Macandili will set it up. Here comes Mao again over the blockers. Chualim with a beautiful touch. Sutata Chualim.
Just a smart tip there. But I'm actually surprised. I know that, you know, Malin Pat from the back isn't the first option, but we have to acknowledge the fact that she's playing well. So in these rallies, you have to mix it up.
Yeah.
You can go to Malin Pat at the back. At least give her a shot.
That's true. It's been a while since we saw Pat involved in the offense for Choco Mucho. What a block there by Meneses. And Malika Cantong is blocked. That was Mao. Game is tied at 20.
Now it's payback time for Team Rubisco, Choco Mucho.
That was a beautiful defensive play by Kalei Mao. Chance to take the lead for Choco Mucho, 20 all. Cantong with the point, Malika Cantong.
Well,
We have to clarify for the viewers that the first names of these Thai players are what's on the jersey,
right.
and not the last names, because their last names are a lot longer than their first names. So I guess to make it easier, they're using their first names on the jersey. Unlike the Filipinas with the last names on the jersey. Mao with a point. What a seesaw battle here, Noreen.
You like the rallies, the quality of the rallies right now. And what's more is really, you got to give it to Team Choco Mucho. They're still in it, you know, especially, we're saying that because after the first set, that was won handily by Team Supreme. And you look at the second set, it's
totally different.
It looks like a different team altogether.
Yep. Not a good first ball for Supreme Chonburi. Malika Cantong. Oh, gets a break there. That was an off-speed broken play. And she still found the opening with nobody touching the ball.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Take a look here. It was set by the libero. It was so out of their system. And yet, they got an easy point.
Yeah. Well, they need one
good stop here.
Yeah, one good stop.
Oh, that's an over-receive. That's an over-receive, and you give it to Plumjit Tincao. Easy put away. 2-point lead for Supreme Chonburi. That's a heartbreaker if you're Team Choco Mucho. But, you know, they're definitely not out of it yet with the way they've been playing.
Yeah, but we talk about that then, the timing of certain errors.
Yeah.
You know, we gave out 2 points at a crucial stage. Now we're down by 2, 23 to 21. We mentioned that in the first game, actually.
And you love how vocal Iris Tolenada is. She's always been like that, even when she was with the PBL.
Yeah.
Very vocal leader. And like what I said earlier, I mean, Choco Mucho definitely not out of it. This is just 2 points. They get a stop here, and they get to score on their own serve, and they're back in the game.
Yeah. Well, it's a battle of nerves right now as well for Choco Mucho.
A floating serve there, easily picked up by MJ Phillips. Paat is blocked, but the ball kept alive. Phillips. They need to stop here. Mao keeping it alive. Paat again. Malika Cantong. Back-to-back points for her. Malika Cantong she's been the go-to girl late here in set number 2, and that sets up Supreme Chonburi at set point 24-21.
Yeah, but what about the defense being displayed by Supreme Chonburi? Stopping our offense.
And ang gandang hugot, ano? We call that, that's what we call it here in the PVL. Magandang hugot ni Coach Sri sa Muntak, yung pagpasok ni Malika Cantong off the bench, right?
That's true.
But in the meantime, Miley Pat not done yet.
I remember she had an ace early on, so we're hoping for that. Oh.
Meneses serving. Choco Mucho needs to play perfect volleyball right now. Cannot afford an error. Good serve.
Yeah. Oh.
Defense, though, unable to hold up against Malika Cantong. 3 straight points for Malika Cantong. What a magical sub for Supreme Chonburi. Her contribution off the bench, vital in this comeback, because they were down by as many as 4 points here in set number 2 against CHOCO MUCHO.
Yeah, you have to give it to Team Supreme Chonburi. They worked hard for this set. You know, it wasn't an easy set. If you look at the score, the first set was 25-13 and then 22. And the separation came at the latter part of the set. So they worked hard.
It was 21 all.
Yeah. So they worked hard for it. And again, it's a good set for Team CHOCO MUCHO. I think it's the best set they've ever played, which you have to be happy about.
They have to build on that as we take a look at highlights of set number 2. It's a Mylene Paan set, basically. I mean, she contributed maybe 60% of the output of CHOCO MUCHO here in this set. There were obviously points from Mao as well.
Yeah, big contributions also. Actually, everybody contributed to this CHOCO MUCHO course, but it was just not meant to be. And we have to give it again to Supreme Chonburi, because they did want to win this set, and they did crawl their way back, and they eventually got it.
It was Plumjit Tingkao for majority of set number 2, and then towards the end, Malika Cantong off the bench. She really delivered the goods for Supreme Chonburi.
Yeah, that's a great substitution. Look at the numbers in terms of attacks. We have decent 15 as compared to 20 errors, pretty much even. But it was a better set, obviously, for Team CHOCO MUCHO, and we're hoping to replicate that in the third set.
Back here at our venue for the 2021 Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championships, where CHOCO MUCHO, what an effort they had in set number 2, Noreen, as they really took Supreme Chonburi all the way to the end. Just unfortunate errors really gave the breaks to Supreme Chonburi.
Yeah, that was 2 errors towards the latter part of that second set. And you have to be happy, because obviously for Team Supreme Chonburi to go to their ace middle blocker in Plumjit a lot of the times in that set goes to show the respect they have already for Team CHOCO MUCHO, because they really played a very good second set.
So 2 sets down, Team CHOCO MUCHO in their final game of the tournament. Going to be a tall order. Try and secure this set to extend this match. Tolenada setting up Mao. Good start for CHOCO MUCHO as they get on the board first.
Well, the mindset right now for CHOCO MUCHO really is, you have nothing to lose. You know, you're playing against a tough team. You haven't won a match. You haven't won a set. You have nothing to lose. So the pressure is actually off right now. You just want to play well, or want to end this tournament on a high note. So you just want to play a better third set and play like the way you did in the second set.
Fomla. And a big point there from Sharia Nuanjam.
But based on the second set, Malika will get touches. She played really well, and you're right, though, playing off the bench, a key substitution.
Mao. Set by Fomla to Wipawi Sritong, and that is off the block. It falls in. So Team CHOCO MUCHO with the point. They're up by 1.
Great block there. But you know, from our angle, I thought it actually went
Actually, I
out.
also thought it was out. No contest on the part of
Yeah.
Supreme Chonburi. And just a wry smile on the face of Wipawi Sritong. Sritong on the other side makes up for that error.
How quick.
Yung tawag natin na pinapabawi agad
Yeah.
ng setter just to keep the confidence of her hitter up.
But she was a bit silent in the second set.
Actually, she was very active in set number 1. Tolinada underhand set for Mao. Off the block, out of bounds.
I really like the way Maori acts because again, no, this is one player who has international exposure. We keep saying. So in terms of feeling intimidated by your opponents, I don't think it's there. So if she gets the point, you'll see the way she celebrates, the way she reacts. Oh,
And speaking of Malika Cantong, there she is.
picking up where she left off in the second set.
Single blocker, easy kill for Malika Cantong.
What a set there.
Makandili with a good receive, Mylene pass. And it seems like the defense has tuned themselves better to the offense of Mylene Pad. She has been checked towards the last part of set number 2 and here in set number 3.
Well, again, we mentioned it. No, we were hoping that she'd get more sets there towards the end of the second set. But yeah, you have to anticipate that. The defense of Chonburi will surely adjust. So again, you have to think that she will be blocked and the coverage has to be there. Yeah.
Attack is wide for CHOCO MUCHO. Supreme Chonburi with a 2-point lead. That was from Tin Tiamzon. De La Salle ladies spiker. By the way, also played basketball in high school.
Wow.
So multi-sport athlete. Malika Cantong serving. Speaking of Tiamzon, Sritong.
Oh,
Yes, she connects down the line. Wipawi Sritong.
yeah, finding that corner pocket there.
There's the attack of Tiamzon.
Oh, what a dig.
Yep. Nobody there defensively for Team CHOCO MUCHO. 6-3. Supreme Chonburi.
Good pass.
Back row attack. Mao. Single lady blocked by Plumjit Tincao. Paat blocked again by Tincao.
Good save by Makandili.
Tiamzon with a push. And she finds the point right in the middle. Nobody was home defensively for Supreme Chonburi. How surprising that the 2 hardest attacks were blocked. And the easy dump. Nobody was home defensively.
Yeah, catching this defense of Chonburi by surprise there. They were caught napping.
So 2-point game here. Palomata with the block. Lumjit with a push.
Good save.
A little too close to the net. Paat tips it. Wipawi Sritong, that is outside. Yep, call is outside. So that will go to the Philippines. So going to be a 1-point game. Should be.
I think they're gonna
Challenge?
Yeah. I heard the bell.
Net fault. A net violation. They're saying there was a net touch
Yeah.
by a Filipina. All right, we'll check. Mylene Pa playing pretty loose today along with Ida Solinada and Tin Tiamzon. All smiles.
And she should. I mean, she's been playing really well. So you know, you like the mix of players, really, the different personalities, and can you imagine if they gel? I mean, that's gonna be fun to watch.
All right, so here's the replay and review at the same time. Was there a net touch?
No.
That's so hard to call. That's
Nope.
so close.
The net didn't move.
All right, you're right. So Choco Mucho gets the benefit of the doubt and the point as well. A failed challenge on the part of Coach Srisamut Nak of Supreme Chonburi. So going to be a 1-point game, 5 serving 6. Chance to tie for Choco Mucho with a stop here. Good coverage by Tolenada. And Palomata unable to get the kill. Wipowi Sritong scores again.
We did mention that she was a bit silent in the second set. She's showing us otherwise here in the third set. It's been all her.
She's making up for that silence in set number 2. There she is, Wipowi Sritong, with a major chunk of the points, of the 7 points of Supreme Chonburi here in set number 3. Free ball for Choco Mucho. Palomata kept alive. Good save. Back row attack by Wipowi Sritong, and that is a point for Supreme Chonburi. They take us to our first technical timeout. Take another look at this play from the back row off the arm of Don Macandili. And it is 8-5 Supreme Chonburi against Choco Mucho here in set number 3. Back at Terminal 21, our venue for the games in the 2021 Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championship. We are at the quarterfinal stage. Earlier today, Ribisco losing to Nakhon Ratchasima in 3 straight sets. Meanwhile, Choco Mucho trying to get their first win in this tournament as they take on Supreme Chonburi. Right now, though, they find themselves in a 2-0 hole. And that tip won by Supreme Chonburi.
Yeah, there was a setter, Soraya
Fomla.
Yeah. Look at this heads-up play by the setter. The, what, 5 times? 6 times?
6 time.
Best setter.
Best setter in the Thailand League. Back row attack for Mao.
Oh, what a dig.
Back row attack, Wipowi Sritong. Palomata tipping it, ball still alive. Great coverage by Supreme Chonburi. Pintiamzon. That could have been a double contact there against Fomla.
Oh!
And Iris Tolenada jumping towards a different direction than the ball. That was a little awkward.
Actually, both teams enjoying that.
That sequence.
You saw a burst of laughter on both sides.
Let's take a look. I don't know if they'll catch the final sequence, but there it is, Iris Tolenada.
Look at the reaction of both teams. I'm not kidding.
Well, a little levity in the heat of the moment between these two teams. Although Supreme Chonburi with a 5-point advantage here, 10-5. It's set number 3.
I like it that the girls are enjoying themselves. Getting some TV time.
Marika Cantong coming off the bench, set number 2, sparking the offense of Supreme Chonburi, especially during a really crucial stretch where they were down by 4 points against Choco Mucho. Meantime, it's been Wipowi Sritong doing most of the damage for Supreme Chonburi here in set number 3. Here he is, or she is, Wipawi Sritong. It's been quiet. She gets that one off the block. Maybe can get herself going again.
Nothing quiet about that. Yep.
Six serving 10. So pretty early here in set number 3. A lot of things can happen. Dina Wong back in the game.
And MJ Phillips.
Rumjit Tincao is blocked by Tin Tiamzon. Tincao will try again. Makandili picks it up. Mao. And there's a point coming off Sutanta Chualim.
Yeah, one blocker, and she just... That's all she needed.
You love the effort. Phillips was right there. And unfortunately, the presence of Phillips misdirected the ball.
Yeah.
Because the floor defense was expecting the right direction of that Chualim attack.
Yeah, cross-court hit.
Phillips. Miss-hit there. A rare error for Wacharia Nwanjam.
Yeah, these miscues, huh? That's the first we've seen today.
Still a 4-point game here. 7 serving 11. Back row attack for Sritong. Phillips. Fomla. And there's a point.
Well, Tin Tiamzon was actually there.
And so was Makandili.
Yeah.
Trying to go for the second touch. Chualim gets the point for Supreme Chonburi. 5-point game here.
Yeah, you can sense that Chonburi wants to pull away right now.
Wants to end this here.
Yeah.
And does not want to see a 4th set. Mao with a tip. Malika Cantong with a second touch. Mao trying to save it. Here's a free ball for Supreme Chonburi. Fomla sets it up. Cantong. A save there by Tiamzon. Another free ball for Supreme Chonburi.
But good save though.
Fomla. Makandili sends it over. Several free balls already. Cantong. Makandili yet again. A tip by Palomata.
Save.
There's Chualim. Makandili again. Wow, what a rally. What resilience by the defense of Choco Mucho.
Yeah.
Malika Cantong down the middle. Tiamzon with the up. Palomata. And that's a point. What an effort by Choco Mucho. Several times they were on their heels, giving up 3 straight chance balls, and yet came up big towards the end.
That's a point for Don Makandili.
Yeah, actually, he should credit, half that point to Don's tenacity defensively.
And I like it when Dina Wong put the ball up and then Makandili just like spiked it over. It's like, what, are we watching the right game and the right combination here?
8 serving 12, 4-point game. That's outside.
Oh.
The 2 straight points here for Choco Mucho. They can get themselves right back in this set.
Yeah, again, no pressure. There's no pressure for Team Choco Mucho. Just play relax and enjoy.
A timeout by Supreme Chonburi. Well, as Supreme Chonburi strategizes, so can Coach Ojimamon and Choco Mucho. Let's see what they can come up with after being down by 4 points. They are now within 3. And they've got more than that, more than just that deficit. They got momentum here because of their aggressive play defensively.
Yeah. You like all the effort, especially by, we said earlier, Don Macandili.
But Malika Cantong is turning things around here. Stops that mini 2-point run of Choco Mucho.
Angie Phillips went into the net also with that, you can see.
So 13 serving 9. Back to a 4-point lead for Supreme Chonburi. Dina Wong sets it up for Phillips. And she finds an opening and fires it in.
That's what her fans have been waiting for.
Yeah. There's a little bit of hang time too there.
Yeah.
Hung on for just a split second before hitting the ball. That's why she found that opening. Meanwhile, Aris Tolinada back in the game.
Hoping to mount a rally here. Talking about Team Choco Mucho.
Good block at the net by Mao. Lipo Istrito. A dump by Meneses. Back row attack from Chua Lim.
Good save.
Another free ball here. Chua Lim picking it up. Fomla. Malika Cantong with a finish.
She's been steady.
Yeah.
Malika Cantong has been really steady for Chonburi.
Super powerful.
Yeah. And when you look at that slow-mo, she didn't really backpedal to get a full approach. You know, it's just that.
Maybe 2 steps.
Yeah, just that
Gathered
last 2
and
steps.
went up. And by the way, that was slow-mo, but
Yeah.
you barely caught the ball's trajectory. Back to a 4-point lead, but down to 3 again as Choco Mucho scores there. So keeping it close, Ria Meneses with a point.
Yeah, smart tip there. And you know, this is actually a very strong front line for Choco Mucho because Mylene Pat
Yep.
is back there.
Back. Fomla sets it up. Rumjit, what a save by Tolenada. Free ball for Supreme Chonburi. Malika Cantong again. Wow. Unstoppable.
Yeah, they can't seem to find an answer to her attacks.
And she picks up the first ball too and backs up just 2 steps.
Yeah.
And then attacks. That's amazing athleticism by Malika Cantong. And aren't you breathing a sigh of relief? She's in the back row.
Yeah, but she's been really hard to stop
Yeah.
here.
Just lethal. But still a pretty close game here. Just a 4-point lead for Supreme Chonburi. Pin Tiamzon is blocked. Macandili was right there. Tiamzon sends it over. Pomla, combination play. Wipo Stritong with a kill.
Again, combination plays, normally a point for Supreme Chonburi.
Take another look here. It was Plumjit Tinkao first, and then Wipo Stritong with a finish. Beautiful execution, just textbook. And it's a 16-11 lead for Supreme Chonburi versus Choco Mucho here in our second technical timeout. (16-11). Supreme Chonburi versus Choco Mucho. But it's been a lot closer, especially in set number 2 for the Filipinas in this tournament compared to Ribisco versus Nakhon Ratchasima, which was our first game in today's doubleheader.
But what you like about this third set is, yeah, we're down by 5, but obviously Team Choco Mucho is refusing to make this an easy set.
True. Over-receive, almost an over-receive, but nevertheless, a point for Choco Mucho, as there was no second touch after that. Take a look.
Eileen Pat.
So Tata, Chua Lim, unable to really get it up properly.
But we're just down by 4. You know, one good serve,
Yep.
couple of stuff blocks, and we're back in it.
Great serve.
Yeah, great serve.
Meneses will play setter. Mao from the back row. That's outside, though. What a wasted opportunity that time. You get a free ball. And it's surprising how Tolenada ended up with the first ball, which forced Meneses to set it up.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been the case, but again, it's again chemistry, communication. That's still lacking for a relatively new team.
No, it's also because how they directed the ball, talking about Supreme Chonburi, they directed it so that Tolenada will not be able to set it up. Oh,
A block on Pat, but it goes outside, off. Lumjit Tingkao.
yeah, but what cover there by Chonburi. Look at that. Well, Mylene Pat still, no? Still getting her numbers here.
And still a 4-point game, but the window of opportunity closing down on Team Choco Mucho. If they're going to make a run, has to be here, has to be now, and that's going to cost them. That's obviously a huge error at a very inopportune time for Choco Mucho.
Yeah. You know, she had the right thing in mind. She saw that hole
Yeah, there's an
over
opening.
there.
There's an opening right there.
Yeah.
She had the right idea, Kalei Mao. Unfortunately, it just didn't go through. Now 5-point lead for Supreme Chonburi. Makantili, Chamzon setting it up. Easy block at the net. They telegraphed that attack from Tiamzon, and lead is now 6 for Supreme Chonburi.
Yeah. Coverage obviously wasn't there.
A timeout by Coach Oji Mamon.
Girls, kailangan lang yung effort ng bawat isa. Magtutulungan tayo, ha? Hindi pwedeng isa lang yung nag-effort na dalawa, tatatlo, okay? Effort, effort.
You heard the voice of Mylene Pat. Effort. Effort. Hindi daw pwede isa, dalawa, tatlo. Everybody on the floor. The 6 players have to really put in their all. In the meantime, very loose timeout here by Supreme Chonburi.
Well, yeah, it's a 6-point lead, but we're still not out of it. You know, we have to always be hopeful
Yep.
and stay positive.
Del Palomata gives us hope. Nice running attack for her.
And I think that's her first decent look at offense, at a running attack here in this third set at least.
Five-point game. Chulim.
Good dig.
Here comes Mao with a power tip. Yes! 2 straight points for Choco Mucho. Down 6. They are now within 4.
Yeah, playing it smart.
Nice find at the corner for Mao.
Oh,
Good
good
serve.
serve. Yeah.
And a put away by the setter, Iris Tolenada, with a kill. 3 straight points for Choco Mucho, and it's a 3-point game.
We did say we're still not out of it, and we have to keep it in our minds to, you know, to fight. Talking about
Yep.
Choco Mucho.
Fombla, there's a push. Another great decision by Tolenada. Take matters into her own hands. Tip it at empty corner. And from being down 6, Choco Mucho is within 2. Another timeout by Supreme Chonburi here.
Yeah, I would like to mention, you're talking about Malika Cantong.
Yep.
She was part of the Fab Five that people know about, that started or jump-started the volleyball program of Thailand together with Nutsara, Plumjit, Wilawan, and am I missing someone? Malika, Plumjit, Wilawan, Nutsara, and Onuma.
There you go for Filipino fans.
Because she does look familiar,
Yeah.
right? And she does look a bit like Wilawan.
Apiñapong,
Apiñapong. So yeah, I mean,
who's also in the lineup, but she has not seen action so far.
yeah.
And in the meantime, Choco Mucho on a bit of a run here. Great save. Unfortunately, that hit the antenna. So that run is stopped by the attack of Wipawi Sritong. Take a look, back row. It hit the antenna, that's right. But Toledano was right there. She could have saved it.
Yeah. Look at that reaction. I mean, she wanted that
Yeah.
chance back.
Oh, so did the millions of Filipinos glued into One Sports and One Sports Plus, I tell you that.
Yeah.
3-point game here. Mao. Here's Chualim. Tolenada goes back to Mao with a push. Chualim was right there. Back row attack from Sritong. Mao will pick it up. Free ball for Supreme Chonburi. Pomla to Chualim.
Oh,
That's back-to-back points for Supreme Chonburi.
yeah, hitting off the blocker. But you know, again, defense really picking up for Team Choco Mucho. You can see better floor defense, you know. And again, the improvement that in today's game we've seen as compared to the first 2 days is something you have to be happy
Of
with.
course. Chualim. Mao with a push. Yep, pays off this time.
Yeah. And you're wondering why she's dropping. You know, the
Actually,
past
I was
3 attempts. Yeah. And you're right, it pays off.
Still anybody's set here as Jel Cayuna gets in the game for the first time. Former Lady Tamarao. 3-point deficit for Choco Mucho. 18-21.
And she did give quality minutes. I'm talking
Yep.
about Chel Cayuna.
Great defensive plays in set number 2 from Jel Cayuna. Fomla to Malika Cantong. Yes. Easy kill.
Yeah. You like it now when you see players like that. Their approach is just, you know, that simple.
Best player of the game, Malika Cantong. Off the bench for Supreme Chonburi.
Again, her name, she's also one of the legends
Yep.
that started out this volleyball program.
34 years old, 5'8", Malika Cantong. Our best player of the game.
Well, today Mao, not yet done.
Here's Tolenada. Cantong again, gets it across, and it drops for another point for Supreme Chonburi. 2 points away from wrapping up this match.
Challenge.
From assistant coach George Pascua with the card. Footfall. So somebody crossed the middle line.
That's what they're hoping.
Let's see as you take a look at the future of Philippine volleyball right there on your screens.
But we have to mention, what about Iris Tolenada in this third set? Really,
Yeah.
I mean, it's really playing well. I mean, for her fans, you're glad she got the start because she played well. Second and third set.
That's right.
Yeah.
And she showed us great decision making and some offense as well. We saw her with a spike at the net
Yeah, and remember that drop?
Yep.
Better the second time around.
Very aggressive on both ends of the floor, so to speak. This review taking a bit of time. It's the Philippines, or Choco Mucho, with a challenge here. After that Malika Cantong attack just dropped in front of the net, and they were asking for a foot fault. Their foot fault? Far from it. I don't know. I don't know what they saw there, but there was
Which foot?
maybe
Their foot?
they were. It was a foot from the line. How that was? It was that far from the line.
They're probably talking about a different
different play?
rally. Yeah,
Or-
because they were trying to clarify something, but then
as they're very far.
yeah, Coach Oji just signaled and never mind.
Clearly very far from the line. Nevertheless, still a relatively close match, you can call it that. Just a 4-point deficit for Team Choco Mucho. With the way they've been playing the defense, can mount a comeback here.
Yeah.
But good reception there. Unfortunately, goes over and out for Supreme Chonburi. So 3-point game. There you go.
Kalimao, again, we said it. She ain't done yet in this match.
Mao serving. Good receive. Ripowi Sritong, that's outside. Is there a check ball? Yes, according to our first referee, check ball. So it's going to be match point. Supreme Chonburi, 24-20.
There is going to be a challenge.
Let's see. A little bit of an extension here with these challenges, obviously.
Yeah.
Are you in favor of this new development? Obviously, back in the day, there weren't no challenges to call. But clearly, there was a check ball, very short-lived challenge here. Are you in favor of this?
Actually, I have mixed emotions about it. I really wasn't in favor of it from the start, but there are crucial times like that,
Yeah.
check ball. If that can work to the advantage in making the game better and
Better.
improving the game, then I'm all for it. But it has to be used, wisely.
Paat. Ball is up. Gonna be a free ball for Team Choco Mucho. Let's see what Iris Tolinada does. Goes to the middle. Paat, that's picked up again. Malika Cantong, that straight into the net. That must have been 4 touches.
Yeah. But either or, Meneses was there.
Yep. So a match point saved by Choco Mucho.
Yeah, it looked like it did clip the net.
Palomata in. So 3 more match points to save for Choco Mucho.
Well, Meneses now to serve.
Formula goes to Wipawi Sritong, and that's all she wrote. What an emphatic finish from Wipawi Sritong to give a 3-set win to Supreme Chonburi versus Choco Mucho. And take a look at the final tally of this second quarterfinal match today.
Yep, so Supreme Chonburi will play in the semis on Wednesday,
Yep.
which is what you're going to cover. And they will play the other Ratchasima.
Yeah, another
Yeah.
Thai team, Nakhon Ratchasima. So that's going to be, definitely a pleasure for
Yeah.
Filipino fans to see.
Going to be a beauty there. And Team Choco Mucho will bow out of this
Yep.
tournament. But again, lessons learned, experiences to cherish. And looking forward to the program, really, of Coach Jorge and the rest of the coaching staff.
That's right. A lot of great things to take from this participation in the Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championship. I mean, we saw really great talent, especially from CHOCO MUCHO. I mean, Mylene Paat delivering, and what a threat she is, especially with that lefty style of hers.
Right.
Obviously, Mao is there, MJ Phillips, and Iris Tolinada. That determination to play both ends of the floor and the way she makes decisions on the floor as a setter really help give this Team CHOCO MUCHO a great offense and extended a lot of rallies in the second and third sets.
Yeah, you like the way they played. I mean, the first set, a bit slow, but the second and third set is pretty, they were pretty impressive, and it just goes to show the future of this team, the very young team, the new team, and what they can accomplish if they play longer together. I mean, Mylene Paat showed up. You still have Mao, you know, and you have Phillips not yet contributing as she can. Tolenada, Dina Wong, but as a whole, you like, again, I said it earlier, you like the improvement you saw already, a really drastic improvement from the first game day to today, and you're just, I want everyone, I mean the fans, to be hopeful also with the national team.
Because, you know, a much better team is on the way for sure, especially with the growth of the likes of Meneses. We haven't mentioned her, Tin Tiamzon as well.
Yeah.
Great playmaking on the floor. So, and Makandili, I mean, how can we miss and not mention her and the way she plays defense on the floor?
Yeah, you know, these are names that we will be mentioning for the next couple of years, hopefully, really. And again, we just want to encourage the fans to just cheer on for both Rebisco and CHOCO MUCHO. Here are the final numbers. Attacks pretty decent, you know, 16 for CHOCO MUCHO, 18 for Chonburi. But yeah, it's as a whole, really, Chonburi, you know, is looking for the semifinals and looking actually at the finals if they can get there.
That's right. So Supreme Chonburi goes up to 3-1. Meanwhile, CHOCO MUCHO drops down to 0-3 in the standings. And as we mentioned earlier, Supreme Chonburi meeting Nakhon Ratchasima in the semifinals on Wednesday. Alte still waiting for the winner between Zetisu and Saipa Tehran. That's coming up in the next few hours. In the meantime, we say goodbye for Noringo. I'm Eric Tipan. Thank you for watching our coverage. We'll see you on October 6th. That's going to be a Wednesday for the semifinals of the 2021 Asian Women's Volleyball Club Championships right here on One Sports and One Sports Plus.